as the time progresses. So with that being said, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining the East Region Mastermind. Tons of exciting things happening, right? You've got, just a small couple of things that are happening. You've got the PC launch, you've got BOD, you've got BODi, you've got the updates to your back office, like so much going on, which is all exciting stuff. This is what's going to help your business grow. So excited to be here with all of you today. Today's call is all going to be centered around, as I mentioned, BOD and BODi. And with that being said, we've got two special guests with us this morning. First of all is Jess Neckerson. You see her on the screen. She's waving. Hello, Miss Jess. She's been with Beachbody for 7 years. She's the brand director of BODi. Okay. And then we have Lindsay. Welcome Miss Lindsay to the call, Lindsay Vandermeer, and she joined Beachbody earlier this year. She is a senior brand director of BODi as well. So listen, this call is for, at least for Jess and for Lindsay, just so that you know, these are the 6 to 14 star leaders in the East region. These are like the best of the best coaches. Yep, that's right. I said it. These are the best of the best coaches in the East region. We are so fortunate to have all of you here today. And thank you for joining and tuning in. So before we kick the call off with Jess and Lindsay, we really want to do kind of a Q&A. All of you, it sounds as though have had an opportunity to go into BODi, to do a workout, just initial thoughts. And I want to open it up and we'll just talk about just your initial thoughts. If you've tried one of the workouts, what were your initial thoughts? And then I'm going to just open it up and let's start there. Okay. So just so you know, Lindsay, Jess, we were kind of talking about this before you guys joined the call with a lot of the coaches that were already on. For those that are just joining, what are some highlights? What were your kind of takeaways as you were doing the workouts or just BODi in general?
So I'll share. I was able to hop on the first one. And one thing that I loved about it was honestly the production. I feel like seeing the fire and just seeing how it just looked really exciting. And it made me feel really excited to be there and to be participating. So I think the production is like well done. But then again, I only did the first one. So I don't know if the other ones were that on fire, literally.
So I did the one with Lee later in the night. It was like 7 o'clock. Yeah. I loved how diverse all of our trainers are, like just going through and like looking at the different faces. And that's why I wanted to do a workout with a different trainer, just to like get a new vibe, and it was so fun. His energy was great. And I think too, seeing the number of people that are working out with you, it's just so fun. It was like just totally different, and just being able to have that now is something really cool. I loved it.
Yeah. So diversity in terms of trainers, the production, what else? Thank you. So if you're just joining, just highlights of what's of your experience thus far with BODi.
I know this one might be like simple or maybe not what you're looking for, but I loved how like the backgrounds were unique to the trainers. I've taken 3 so far, and Autumn's Fire one, that just started with a bang, like chills and excitement. Monique, I thought was a very simple set and it was pretty. And then I just felt like Lee's felt strong, like it like went with what they were presenting. And I think almost like their target audience eventually, like with the 14 new faces, I can't wait to meet them all and take part in their classes. And I feel like with the live classes, we get to know them faster. Like, I feel like Lee's already a friend and I don't even know him, but you know what I mean? Like I would be going to his group fitness class again. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, it's been super fun. The music was great. I liked how Monique wasn't so much on beat, but then I enjoyed how Lee like just had rhythm through his body. It's just different and it's been a great experience. I don't have any complaints. Oh, and one more thing. I really thought it was cool how Carl showed up at the beginning and genuinely asked for feedback. Mm-hmm. That was a nice little added touch, I thought. And it made me feel, and then I think my coaches who will also see that feel like they truly have a voice in this beta test.
Yeah. Awesome. Carrie, thank you. Okay. So Lee, okay. I haven't seen Lee. I need to go see Lee, apparently. Completely.
Really good.
He's really good. Good. Okay. Completely obsessed. I love it, Erin. I heard Lee was amazing. Okay. Anything else about just highlights, what you've loved about it thus far, and then we can go into Q&A.
The emotional component of the anticipation for it, right? Like, I don't know what to expect. I'm looking at my watch and I can't wait. Like, that emotional thing is what will get me to do double workouts, right? Like, the whole day I was thinking about it and talking with the team. And I feel like if we can do this as teams with our customers and look forward to something.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeanette, thank you. Jeanette was like, this was so stinking hard. I had no idea it was going to be this hard. Oh, I love it. Okay. Okay. So let's get into some questions, shall we? Jess, Lindsay, first of all, thanks for joining us on the call today. They are obviously the experts, I mean, as it relates to body. Jess, Lindsay, anything that you guys want to just share initially before we get into Q&A?
Lindsay?
Sure. I mean, I could say, just to be fully transparent, it's been a work in progress, trying to just make sure that we're bringing the best product to the market as possible, and taking into consideration, like, what backgrounds go with each trainer, level of intensity, like making sure we do have like a lot of new fresh faces with our, instructors. And that's what I'm really most excited about, is we have, like 26 plus trainers that will be a part of BODi, and like half of them are brand new, and, just brings a whole new flavor to, Beachbody. And I'm personally excited. I mean, there's others that are coming, like Lacey and, just other trainers that it's going to be really exciting to have that a part of Beachbody. And, honest feedback too, with like class duration, or, it's not hard enough, or, maybe it's too long of, warm up or whatever. Any type of feedback for the classes in general too, like, would be really appreciated, because we want it to be the best experience. And that's really what this beta is for.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, Lindsay. How about you, Jess?
I am, like Lindsay said, big work in progress, but I love this product. I really think it's a game changer on the market, just with, there's a lot of companies who are doing the live class thing through streaming, but the production value, someone mentioned it on this call, that's something we're really focused on. So it's, like Lindsay said, as much feedback as you could provide. Bad is good feedback. We just want to make this the best product possible, and we're committed to doing so.
Wonderful. Jess, thank you. Okay, so let's open it up. Questions, and you can put them in the chat, or listen, small enough group. I mean, there's 24 of us that are on the call. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask the question.
I'll go.
Okay.
In the chat. Oh, sorry. Okay. Are the trainers from Mix and Open Fit, or are they new trainers that you're hiring outside? Was one question I had. And then my other question was, oh gosh, answer that one and I'll think of what my other question was.
So they're not on Open Fit trainers. These are trainers with an extensive background that are head of product development and F&R, which fitness and results team have been working with for years. So there's 14 brand new instructors, no ties to Open Fit.
Okay, great. Thank you. So my other question is, if we have people who are either existing Mix users or Peloton, what would be a way to promote what we have that is different from what other companies are offering? What makes us different?
Jess, you want me to take that?
Yeah.
I would say like the two big things are definitely the production value, like, the presence, the size of our stage. I mean, the size on set, it's ginormous. And we really are putting a lot of, investment into making sure we're even getting a bigger stage in January. So the production value is huge. And then also the percentage of workouts, cycle versus floor workouts. We're really trying to differentiate ourselves by offering, you know, a lot of people can't afford a bike or, you know, whatever it may be. And we will have a lot of quality workouts on the floor versus cycle workouts.
And the final
cycle.
And the final thing I just think to mention is just the Beachbody ecosystem in general. So you have, you know, we have this live platform, awesome, but then you have the whole, number one, the community yourselves who are providing the support, and then all the nutrition products, because as you know, results are not just made in the gym, they're in the kitchen as well.
And I do have somebody who is using Mix right now, recently bought the bike. Unfortunately, I didn't know before she bought it. And so I was trying to get her to start trying the live classes. And so I had asked her, and she's paying, which I'm sure you guys already know this, but she's paying $30 a month. And I said to her, I said, well, ours is $19.95. So she goes, oh, well, I love to save money. So obviously I'm going to transfer her over. So I think knowing the difference in costs, and I believe Peloton is maybe $40 a month. I don't know, you guys may know that, but I think just what are you getting for that monthly cost? I think just so when coaches ask, what is the best way to answer that? So thank you.
Yeah, so first off, Peloton it's $39 a month if you have the bike. I do want to disclose the monthly price of BODi is $19.95, but you also need a BOD membership too. So it adds on top of that. Still, it's a great value. So you have, of course, everything that you get with BOD. And then with BODi, you're getting daily live classes and on-demand classes on a regular basis. You have all this great nutrition content that you're getting currently with Nutrition Plus. So the exclusive community groups, the nutrition, the recipes, meal plans, regular. We'll do a lot of exclusive fitness collections, kind of like 630, for instance, which just launched, just little week long or a period long of workouts. So, but the big thing is really just the live experiences that you're getting for that.
Wonderful. Okay, so let's look at the chat. I'm just looking at a couple of questions in the chat. So one of the questions was what about classes on weekends?
We will be slowly increasing, not during beta, but once we launch, the number of classes per day and the number of days per week that we'll be offering. We will constantly scale as, you know, we learn and we're able to accommodate that amount of live classes per day. So not right away, but it's definitely our goal.
Okay.
Okay. I can ask, and I know there's a lot in the chat too. Like, I guess I also struggle with fitting it into like currently being on a program. Because I think my brand is kind of the antithesis of like 75 hard. Like I'm not someone who's like, I'm at the age of my body where I want to work out and feel good. Like I'm not into the 2 workouts a day. So it's like, do you guys have, from a marketing standpoint, suggestions of how we talk about this, when obviously we know like our tried and true programs that have been through test groups and have before and afters, right? Or what we usually speak on getting people results. So how do you suggest like we share utilizing this? Like I honestly haven't utilized one because I just, during my days, like I've already done my workout. I would love them, obviously, if they were Eastern time and could be, you know, early. So definitely more times. But I just like, I guess that's from and just open to the group too, like how everybody's doing that, because I'm that kind of person that is like preaching to my clients, like don't over exercise, revs up your appetite, you know, then you eat like a maniac. And sometimes we think we're exercising so much that, you know, it goes against our results. So I don't want to promote for my people like double classing, but then it's like working. I understand when you're not in a program, these will be great if they fit your schedule, but like kind of how do everyone see that fitting in?
Yeah, how we see it, and again, love to hear from everyone else in this group, but it's just, so we don't want to get away from the program approach. This is just an option that you have while in the program. We'll have classes, live meditation classes, yoga classes, more recovery type classes that you could go in and out of. And of course, all the nutrition content that you'll have access to with the meal plans, the recipes, etc. And then when you're done that program, the thought is that you could then dabble, jump in and out of those live workouts when you're ready. But again, the focus should be taking care of your body, not overdoing it. And just use BODi maybe as the recovery classes and then the great nutrition content as well.
Yeah, I think now, like, if I know there's been talk about the earlier classes, like while it's in beta, if the night, like I think for me on the East Coast, like a 7 p.m., the only thing I probably would do would be like a yoga and that kind of stuff. So I don't know during beta if those things are going to be more available at the evening type time class for us.
For beta right now, it's strictly, we're doing the 10 a.m., 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Pacific, or I should say East Coast, 1 p.m., 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. classes. But we had a bar class, we'll have yoga classes during the period. And then when launch happens, we'll have 6 daily classes a day with on-demand classes that look like they're kind of live, they're on the schedule. And those, so it will be much more robust in terms of a class selection.
Yeah, that's good. Because I think I know even for my clients, I think unless there was like a 5, 6 a.m. Eastern time, which I know is really hard. Like
Yeah.
that, most of my clients are like working women who work out in the morning, but for some of them even at like 4:30 in the morning. So I think it, in terms of so many East Coast clients, like having something, and I know they can press play on the ones from yesterday, but I know there's that excitement over the live. So that would be, just speaking on the behalf of us East Coasters would be amazing.
We'll also be we're looking into getting an additional studio on the East Coast to really help build out the, different classes in different time zones. So that targeting January for that.
Perfect. Good to know. Thank you.
I'm East Coast too, so I understand. I'm in California now, but want to support East Coast as much as possible.
Christina, I was just going to say that you obviously know I'm like the same way as you. Like the double workouts will just never ever happen. It's just not my thing. And so I've been struggling the same way. Like, how am I going to talk about this? How am I going to market this? Who am I going to talk about this for? And I think just what I've done, like what I've thought about is, I think I'm going to use this as an opportunity to maybe bring new people into my business who aren't interested in the programs, because there's got to be people out there who like to work out, but maybe aren't wanting some kind of like structured program where it's like every day we're doing this. So I think that's how I'm going to kind of utilize this, is to be able to recruit new people who maybe were never interested in my business, but love the idea of being able to pick up a live workout randomly here and there. Because I think there's a lot of people like that, but I've kind of been struggling with the same thing, just figuring it out. But I think that's what I'm going to do.
All the Orange Theory people, like I have a bunch of them, and it's like hard for them to start one of our programs because they're doing Orange Theory, and this kind of is just perfect for them. They can build their own program based on what they're doing in Orange Theory, do ours, and do nutrition and working out 5 to 6 days a week.
How are some of the others that are on this call? How are you marketing this, right? Like, I mean, Morgan, to your point and to Christina's point, how are you marketing this to your prospects? What are some things that you're doing?
Wendy, I wanted to clarify something with Peloton. The membership is more expensive if you do the bike, but if you don't, with all the live classes except the bike, it's $12.99. So we have to be careful how we market that, because I know that a lot of people in my market are not biking people. So when we compare prices, we have to be careful not to say that it's more expensive if they're not going to have the bike, because it is cheaper if it doesn't have the bike, all the live classes that Peloton has. So I guess we have to focus more on the nutrition part of it that Peloton doesn't have, which is big for us, and all the value that we provide through Nutrition Plus. And that's why we're a little bit more expensive.
It's also for the first time with BODi, you not only do you get the monthly like new recipes, meal plans, you do get the base programs for 2B and Portion Fix. So if you're just a new customer, you've never had a challenge pack, and you just are interested in BODi, you'll now have access to the full nutrition programs, which was not a part of Nutrition Plus in the past. So there is a significant nutrition, I guess, benefit compared to a lot of the different competitors who were just really driven around fitness.
Plus our service as coaches, the personalization of
Huge.
our services. So.
For sure.
Huge.
Can I just make sure I heard that right? Okay, so someone who say bought a challenge pack before we incorporated Portion Fix and 2B. So now if someone just signs up for Nutrition Plus or BODi, they're now also getting Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B. Is that what I heard? Okay, awesome.
But it's only as long as they're paying. So with the challenge pack, you get it permanently.
Right. I just have some older clients that like before MBF, when it was included, like haven't purchased a challenge pack since MBF. So it's like some of those people still don't have it, and I'm like filtering through them. So I just wanted to check on that.
Yep, that's a great point.
What about the preferred customer that's not a coach? He or she would be paying $15.95 plus $19.99 a month, correct?
I mean, I think the best way, if you have an annual membership, get them an annual BOD for $99 and then $19.95 per month for BODi on top of that.
With the new system that we have now, with the preferred customer that's not a coach but pays the $15.95, it would be 2 charges a month. From the moment
sorry, the fee, the customer fee. Yes.
So from the moment that they sign up that day, every month those 2 charges would be separate the same day of the next month. And
depending on when they signed up for preferred customer. If they got BODi and signed up for a preferred customer on the same day, they would be billed on the same day. But if different days, they would still be billed those 2 separate charges per month.
I think it would be great if you guys made a little video that we could provide to people to how to access Nutrition Plus, where to go on Beachbody On Demand, how to access the live workouts. That would save us coaches a lot of time if we had like a 2 or 3 minute video in English and in Spanish and in French, to help us ease the process into the new platform.
Like actually going through the experience, not with someone, just like someone like on a phone per se.
No, like when they purchase a challenge pack, a little video that says, okay, here's how you access your platform with Nutrition Plus. Here's where the nutrition information is. Here's how you go to BODi, which I guess we could do, but if the company did it, it would be a great system, third-party tool to have to make our life easier with the customer that's enrolling in that platform.
Yeah. Okay. Noting that, a little tutorial.
And then there's going to be challenge packs that come out. Is that going to be in September where you can combine your yearly BOD membership with one-time payment of BODi? And then I believe you save on 2 months. Is that correct?
Can you say that one more? It will be in September when the offers go live.
Okay. So my BOD renews in December. So when I I can renew a full year and instead of paying $19.95, I can pay upfront and then you save. Is it 2 months you save?
It's actually just a prorated rate. So it's based on how much of your Beachbody On Demand membership you use. So if you use 8 months of it already, you're going to get credited towards your annual BOD plus BODi membership, if that makes sense.
No, but what I'm asking is if you pay your BODi membership upfront instead of $19.95 a month, is there a savings?
There is a savings.
Okay.
If you do the annual option, which is annual BOD plus BODi, I think you're saving, like maybe $70 a year compared to just buying separate BOD and annual BODi. Doing the calculation now.
Okay, thank you.
Jess, I have a question. One of the problems we had at the beginning with Nutrition Plus was that there was a little box with a little letters,
Attach.
and then people would click it and they didn't want the 19.99 membership. They didn't even know they had it, and then they were charged. How is it gonna be differentiated? Is there gonna be like a big like body, this is what it is, click here if you want it, when you don't send the share card, of course. Are they gonna be like the little box? How is it gonna be?
It's much more, so we have a new, and the training I think is happening soon, but there's a new layout for our product pages. So they're going to look a lot nicer. The checkbox will still apply. So if you don't want monthly body with your challenge pack, you have to uncheck it. But it is much more obvious. So in the flow, you'll have kind of the your BOD membership and monthly body up top highlighted, and that will be much more clear. And we're hoping that people, while I know that a lot of people they didn't want that Nutrition Plus charge, that they do want this body charge, because if we added same price, so we added a ton more value into it. But look out for that training. I don't know specifically when it is.
Carrie, did you have something? I thought, yeah.
Sorry about that. Okay, so I got a mixed bike a while back, and I joined their like fitness accountability groups or whatnot, and just a fly on the wall in there, kind of seeing how this rolls out and whatnot from their perspective. And one of the biggest complaints that I'm seeing already is that they're finishing live classes and they're getting bombarded with messages about subscribing to Ladder and whatnot. I was wondering if you had any insight into what is happening on our end with our platform BODi, like after they complete a class. Are they going to be getting messages? Because I feel like sometimes this is what we learn after the fact, and we kind of have to go in there as a customer and figure out what's going on. I didn't know if there was going to be options at the end of their class to order Shakeology, or what that's going to be. And I'm sorry if you already answered this, but I wasn't quite sure on what that would look like finishing the class, or maybe it's at the beginning or whatnot.
We are working on pre and post roll strategy still. Like we're still on like the brainstorming path for that. We just hired someone specifically that will be leading that entire strategy. But the goal will be to promote other products, whether it's before the workout while they're waiting to join, or after the workout and post roll. We're still developing that, but we also don't want it to be, we don't want it to take away from, the experience itself. So we're just trying to be really careful on what that will be altogether.
Yeah, no, that's a great question, Carrie. And actually there was another question in the chat that was very similar to that. It was just a suggestion. It said, after each class, feature a favorite recipe of the day from a trainer. So that was in there as well.
Yep, great point.
I just want to get an email after class is done. Energize and recover. Oh, really, Kim?
Yeah, I'm checking right now because I could have sworn I got something like, thanks for joining class today. I mean, I could be totally losing my mind, but I'm pretty sure it says, thanks for joining class. And then it has like a little tidbit about Energize and a thing about recover as well. I'm trying to find it in my email real quick.
Are we doing that, Jess?
There shouldn't be any triggered emails after post class during beta. So I'd be interested if something like that actually went out.
Well, it looks like, Ashley, you're saying they are sending emails, right?
Was it the congratulations on your first workout? Does it say that at the top?
I think maybe I saw it in the round table now that I'm thinking about it. I think somebody shared a screenshot. So I'm checking in there. Oh yeah, Ashley said, Julie said she saw a screenshot of an email in the round table. I'm pretty sure I did get an email though. And it had like a tab on Energize and then something on, like it said pre-workout, post-workout. I'll try to find it though. I'm digging.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be the case for beta. So if you have it, please share.
And I can take a screenshot from the round or whatever as well and send it. So I'll do that after this, just so that you have it, Jess and Lindsay.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
The only things that really are supposed to happen during beta are more of like the transactional. So if you signed up for a class, then you'll get a class confirmation email. You'll also get a class reminder email. And then if class is canceled, you should get something like that, but nothing that's really promoting more marketing content.
Oh, and did you guys mention how we're going to sign up for casting, or when those times are going to be going up, or the window or whatnot, or limits maybe per person?
Yeah, so we know this is an issue right now because there's so many people and everyone wants to join the podcast, which is super exciting, but the spots are going really fast. So it is something we're looking into, like making more of a lottery system in the future. But for now, during beta, what's going to happen is the classes will go live 2 weeks in advance of the date at 5 p.m. Pacific time, so 8 p.m. your time. So for instance, tomorrow at 8 p.m. your time, classes for Wednesday, August 25th will go live. And I'm going to post this to the roundtable today, just to give everyone the heads up before the wider group, but just looking out for that. And then it's going to be, once we launch, it will be more automated to the minute. So the class will appear literally 2 weeks before it airs. But we just don't want to give anyone, like, leaders can have an advantage, but we want to make it as fair as possible. So just know the podcasting is something we are looking into, how to even the playing field. But for now, 2 weeks before at 8 p.m., it will go live.
I just want to support the lottery. I think that would be a great way for people to show up, and maybe it's something like 50 go live and then 50 are saved for right before class. So people are like skin in the game, showing up ready to be on screen or something like that. I love the lottery idea, that's all.
Yeah, and it might come longer term or might limit people to one podcast per week in the meantime, but we are looking at ways to, like I said, even the playing field.
Wendy, I just forwarded you in Messenger the screenshot. So basically it just says, congrats on crushing your first body workout, workout 1 complete. And then there's a button that you can click to find my next class, to schedule your next class. And then it says, crush your workouts. The right supplements make all the difference. There's a buy now button for Energize and buy now button for Recover.
Is just out of curiosity, is the background black?
Yes, it is. Looks like, can you see this?
Yeah.
First workout acknowledgement.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Kim.
Yep.
I really appreciate it.
What about, okay, so Nicole, you bring up a good point. What about like badges or recognition for attending X amount of live classes? Have you talked about that? Or if you can, that'd be great. Or at least kind of in the direction where we're heading. Uh-oh. Lindsay, Jess?
Oh, sorry. What?
Okay.
Can you repeat that?
Absolutely. So there was a question in the chat just in terms of, for those that are actually attending these live classes, doing a reward or like a badge or something like that.
There will be gamification added shortly after launch in September. So we don't have a full update, but there will be, we will be incorporating tons of different badges, tons of different milestones, similar to like what you would see on the Nike Run app or whatever, those other gamification platforms. So it's definitely on the roadmap and we'll launch this year.
Awesome. Perfect. Thanks, Lindsay.
Yeah. Sorry, I was actually reading the questions here and I missed that you were asking the questions.
Good. You are good. Okay. What other questions do you all have? This is like the time to ask the questions. Even if you're thinking about it, ask it.
At launch, will weekend classes, are they part of the first day launch?
They are not, but it's something where I know I apologize. It's just Monday through Friday. There will be 6 live classes a day. That is something we are working on hard, and better class times for our East Coasters. We just have to, it's to just consider this phase 1 of trying as best as we can to get this out the door and then make improvements as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So what's the timeline for weekends?
I can't commit to a timeline yet. Just know it is so much on the radar. This is something that it's very important to Lindsay and I know the rest of the community. So we're pushing for it. It's just going to take a little bit of time.
And I push on that because on Saturdays is when our team does one workout together and we stream it. So I think just for that community, that's why I'm pushing through Saturday and Sunday.
Completely understand.
Jess, what is the earliest class time? Because I haven't seen the latest schedule for launch.
10 a.m. right now. So it's still, so 1 p.m.
I was going to say Pacific. That's Pacific, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah, 1 p.m. East Coast.
Are there any thoughts about changing that? Just coming from like an East Coaster's perspective, I don't know. I love to get up and work out in the morning. Most of my people love to get up and work out in the morning. So the idea of like having to wait until 10 a.m. to do a live class, I just didn't know if there's any thoughts. I mean, I know it's crazy early on the West Coast, but
not for launch, but certainly post-launch, we're looking into that because that is super important. And we knew this was just it was basically what we could handle for now, but it's we know it's very important to get those earlier class times.
Anyone else in terms of questions? You guys are quiet this morning. Like, what's happening? Why are we so quiet? Is there so much going on?
It's sharing the group.
So much body stuff for so long. I feel like even me, I'm like, about it, you know?
We're hoping that beta gives you a good taste of what it's going to be. And then it's even better when we officially launch and figure out all the kinks. And then post-launch, it's going to get even better. And just FYI, like Lindsay and I are both on Facebook, we're on the roundtable. So please, if you have questions come up in the future, just tag us because we want to support you as much as possible. And any suggestions that you have, coach tools that you need, really like that tutorial video idea. So just keep it coming.
Jess, I have a feedback. One of the things that would make us really competitive, especially because we have a little bit of it with 30-day breakaway, is having a treadmill workout. I personally have Peloton just because I love their hiking workouts for your glutes. And because I have a treadmill from like 19 whatever, but I sometimes jump on Peloton to do that. So since we're trying to be the most amazing and competitive live workout platform, I think that a treadmill one would be amazing. Even if we don't sell treadmills, just for people that have treadmills, just like 30-day breakaway, it would be amazing.
We are working on an experience potentially that could be used on a treadmill, but it is for running. And we're exploring different concepts to make it really, exciting and, that you'd want to take it. We see these more of like nature kind of running ones that, not necessarily work in the marketplace right now. And so we're exploring different ideas just to make it unique and exciting to, want to go for a run. So it's definitely on our roadmap, just a matter of dates, times, can't commit.
That would be great. And the other thing that I like is that you can go like, I just want to do 20 minutes. I want it to be walking. I want it to be, and then you get all of that filtering is very convenient when you know the time and the type of workout you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, I actually been quiet. Now I'm here. I do have one piece of feedback from somebody on my team that I wanted to share. And I don't know, I haven't seen it yet, but for the workouts, having on there like the difficulty level, like if it's like beginner friendly or intermediate or things like that. I think it has on there if they need equipment, right? Like it says the
It
equipment.
does have the equipment. Mhm.
Yeah. So a couple of my people said, like by looking at it, they just don't know like kind of the intensity level or things like that. So I wanted to pass that along.
That's great feedback. What we do, the trainers do try and incorporate for every move they do, a modified version as well to make it so anyone can do the class, but definitely understand for the larger picture, including the difficulty levels important.
Yeah, and I don't know if anyone has mentioned this, and I'm sure it's on the table somewhere, but also even simply because we position ourselves as the #1 at-home health and fitness company, I feel like we, not that I have a huge market for it, but I think there's a big opportunity for us to offer some classes in like the silver sneakers style type thing. So I don't know if that's something that has ever come up, but having classes that are such a wide range that any kind of health, like anybody could come to it and take a class. So if you're 60 and you have a replaced knee, if you're 400 pounds and literally just want to move your body in one of the simplest ways, all the way up to like CrossFit style crazy Peloton biking. But I feel like we miss a lot of people on the outside of things. And then I've always thought it was really cool that we have switched into doing some like mental health type stuff in Beachbody on Demand. The nighttime stretches, the controlled stretches are really awesome. I also love the positivity in the meditations that we have. And I think it would be really cool to do that. I was recently thinking about this like random business concept where people have this like joy stop. You know what I mean? Like people are running and busy and like mental health trumps everything. Nobody is going to get good physical results if they're not mentally sound and happy. Like having something in there like that, just to throw another idea into the bag.
We are having at launch in September live meditation. So that's part of BODi to help with that. And we do want to really expand our class offering as much as possible. So to your point, just having classes to support every body type, fitness level, etc.
That's great.
I like the silver sneakers. I like that. That's good.
What other tools? I mean, just based on your initial first couple of days utilizing BODi, what other tools, what other resources do you all need that will help you? So you mentioned some videos, right? Like a tutorial. I wrote a couple of those things down. Anything else that you need from this team here?
I love any and all graphics of the schedules, like as many of those as we can get that show like, and as ahead of time that we could get of like, you know, this day, these are the classes and times and people and stuff like that. I mean, I know I've seen them and I hope they keep coming, but I know that's super helpful and ahead of time is really helpful. So we could like schedule that into our challenge groups or for our team, schedule that ahead so everyone kind of knows the classes that are happening.
The classes will be available, show 2 weeks in advance. Is that enough notice?
I feel like yes.
We could also give you like our template for social of how we promote the class schedule. If you've seen it on our stories, we could provide something like that too, where if you wanted to use that as more of like a marketing asset to put in email or whatever, we could provide those. So
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have it on there at all, but maybe like a little bio of each instructor trainer. Maybe where they're from, what they're
or like a video of them, like that Meet and Walla video we have, you know, I mean, it doesn't have to be that extensive, but even like little clips where they like kind of just share a little bit about themselves would be really cool, especially for all the trainers we don't know yet.
I totally agree with that. Because the second I saw Lee, I immediately went to go try to find his Instagram because I was like, I want to know more about him. So that I think would be huge. I totally agree with Larissa with the Amola thing. That's what I put in my info group 4645 because everyone falls in love with the trainer. Which is why I asked about Sean T. I feel like, is he going to be in the beta? He's such a huge name. I feel like that would be.
He's so great. He's so great. Unfortunately, no, he's on a he's out until October, but come October he'll be ready to rock and roll. I promise. And he's bringing dance in too.
So Lauren, hang tight, girlfriend, hang tight. Okay. Is there a survey for first-time users planned? Then maybe sign up for reminders when a specific trainer has a class coming. Text would be amazing.
There is a survey. It's currently down, but there is a survey just for BODi that will be sent. There's also the opportunity to rate your class that will be kind of provided after you finish your class as well.
Going back to nutrition, I just don't know what else to do with my customers. It's like they need how to build a menu for dummies. Like meal planning is great, but literally I tell them to bring my trackers or to be tracker and they still can't figure it out even though the picture is next to them. Like walk them through how to build one day of your menu, like baby it down. I think that would be really helpful.
The nutrition team is working on different ideas to have more of a plug and play kind of customizable menu option with all of the different recipes and whatever your diet needs are. They are working on that. I was formerly overseeing nutrition. I'm no longer doing that, so I could really focus on BODi. But it's definitely like, we're well aware it's not ideal. Like meal plans also, like, you know, they're not personalized. It's hard to, you know, really know if a customer is going to like every single thing that's on that meal plan for the week. So we know that that's a miss, and we're just trying to come up with different technology to be able to support more personalized options.
You know what is one of the coolest recipe tools that I have ever used, and I still to this day send people to it occasionally when they struggle a lot, is basically like, so say for example, your ultimate portion fix, taking the ultimate portion fix and having it be a clickable list where someone can say, I like chicken, I like bison, I like tuna, I like eggs, I like these either I like or I have these things in my refrigerator, and having it take those foods and spit out a meal plan for them, whether it be daily or weekly or something like that. But I think when I first got started, before I even knew about Beachbody, I used this old website that was like, click what you have in your fridge, let us know what you have in your fridge and your cupboards, and it would put a meal plan together for you. And so I don't know, I mean, there's obviously technology built for it, but I've always wished that I could just send my people the ultimate portion fix list and have them click all the things they love and have it pull up a meal plan for them, or even recommend some like Beachbody blog recipes. So that that would be amazing.
That's exactly what we're trying to, was it Plated by chance? Probably.
No, I don't. I will, let me go back and look because I haven't used it in forever. I haven't sent anybody there in forever because I just do the painstaking process of kind of going through it with them. But I'll find it and send it to Wendy so that she can send it to you when I get off this call, because it was like the coolest tool ever.
Cool. Yeah, that's exactly what we're trying to do.
I thought of something else that now I just can't stop talking. For back to BODi, I know it's different depending on the device. And I know this was said a lot in the roundtable about the music. First off, the music is amazing. Like that's one thing I'm hearing from everybody too, is like the music is huge. But I know like people who are doing it on a laptop, which is amazing, they can adjust the music and the trainer, right? So like they could turn the music up and turn the trainer down. I think on a Roku, somebody said they could do it. I just know I use it on a Fire Stick. And the only option for audio on that is either trainer and music or trainer no music. And I know for a lot of programs, we have like music pumped up version, you know, where you can like turn, like it's not, you don't adjust the music, but the music is louder. If we could get that on like all platforms to where we could turn the music up, that would be awesome. Because I know when I was doing the workout, I could kind of hear the music, but not really. And I think that's a really, really cool piece that that adds to it.
Yeah, definitely. I know there were some bugs too with music not playing on certain devices that we're working on getting that fixed in the next couple of days. So hopefully that was more of a bug issue than not being actually a feature, because the music it's honestly what keeps you going. I mean,
yeah, I could hear it. I just like would like to be able to turn it up so it would be like a little louder, you know. I might next time I might just try it on my computer and like AirPlay it to my TV or something so I could adjust, but that'll be like my band-aid.
Anyone else in terms of thoughts, feedback, suggestions moving forward? I captured a lot already. And Jess and
Really,
oh,
this is a really small thing. Sorry, Wendy, I didn't mean to cut you off. Is there not, and maybe this is just because on my devices I was using, is there not a way to like rewind or fast forward? So for example, we're up at our lake house right now. And so I have the Bowflex, and Lee's workout was so great and I love the pace of it. And if I had been home with all my other dumbbells, it would have been perfect. But there were a couple of sets where he doesn't give you a break. And like, I think it was block 2, block 3. And so I'm trying to like, turn my dumbbells and get back in, and I missed quite a few reps and I wanted to go back. But as far as I could tell on my devices, there just was no way. There was no like back 10 seconds, back 30 seconds. There was no way to drag. So I don't know if maybe it was just me or if that's something that we're aware of. And if it is there any way to fix that? Because I know I missed quite a bit that I would have normally gone back and kind of rewound a little bit to get back caught up,
Were you doing the live workout?
No, I actually was doing it on demand. Yeah.
And from what device?
I tried both from my phone and from my iPad.
Okay. Yeah, let me follow up on that. I know I just tried it yesterday. Desk or on web, you can, and you should be able to on your device, but that might be an issue.
I think it's an issue because that was an issue for me yesterday, Jess, on iPhone.
Yeah. So when I was just trying to go through Lee's because I was like, I know I use weights in his, but I wanted to go, and somebody was asking a question about his workout, like if it showed what was needed in terms of equipment. So I went back through and I couldn't fast forward. I had to go through like Carl's whole spiel, and not that I don't want to listen to Carl every time. I love him, but I don't want to listen to it every time. So like little things like that, if you can rewind or fast forward, I think it'd be great.
Okay, great. Yeah, you should be able to, not during live, but the recorded classes. So we'll follow up on that for the devices.
Okay, we have a few minutes left. Any last questions before we shut it down? This is it, ladies. This is it. Nothing. This is like now or never. Okay, well, listen, first of all, thank all of you for being on the call. And I mean, a special thanks to obviously Jess and to Lindsay for being on the call as well. This is, and it will be a game changer for your business. I know you all get that, but like, this is going to be such a huge competitive advantage that you all have in your toolbox, so to speak, between now and who knows when, but tons of exciting things. Make sure we leverage this like it's nobody's business. Just continue to provide feedback, and we can do feedback obviously on these calls as well. But I literally took 2 pages of notes just in terms of your feedback of things we can do to enhance the experience, because that's what we want to do. This is what this is all about. This is what this beta test is all about. How do we get it from good to better to best? And because of all of you, we are going to make that happen. So thank you all for joining the call this week. And I will see all of you next week on the call with our newest superstar diamond, who is Amy Grasso. She will be joining us next week on the call. All right,
everyone. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.